me, I feel every man in that modeling are gays. I feel every man in modeling are gays.
Just probably like a lifestyle.
So you know there is sex for grade in university. That means that's what I mean by sex for grade in university. There is sex for a role in movie. Is there something like that in modeling industry?
Modeling industry might not be left out because how can you think of just becoming a model?
Yeah.
You have to first watch your weight. You have to take care of your skin. I spend a lot of money on my skin and then on my hygiene. So they look at the way the person brings herself out. And sometimes the people look at her like, because of your body, you want to be a model. I'm like, what if I get fat at the end of the time?
So you as a model now, you're like replacing a mannequin.
But I'm not a mannequin.
Yo guys, welcome to another episode. It's Mr. Poland, and today I have here with me a model. What I've heard about a model, what do you know about modeling? So today guys, I'm going to be hearing some insightful information about modeling from an actual model who has been to several countries and has made people will be say you were done the modeling for many years, never even meet. Join me and welcome Eletu Abibat. So Abibat, can you give us a very short intro about yourself?
Oh, hi everybody. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Eletu Abibat and I am an international fashion model. I've been honored to work several runways and collaborate with creatives all over. So I'm not just, aside modeling, I like sharing stories, and I'm also coming here as an opportunity to share my voice and let you know how the fashion industry is. And I hope you guys stay tuned and watch to the end. Thank you so much once again.
I know they have you say thank you for having us. No, I know I have you.
Okay.
So let's go straight down to the business. Now, should I call you Eletu or should I call you Abibat?
Abibat is my brand name.
Abibat is your brand name. Abibat. So, at what age did you start modeling?
Okay. I started modeling at the age of 20 years. It's officially, yes. Because I've been, hearing about modeling, and I've been, thinking, should I go into it? But I was also pursuing my education. So at the age of 19, I got admission, but I was not able to go into modeling. So I started my first year in school, and I got a lot of people telling me, oh, you are good to be a model, you're tall, I like your height. But I was not ready for it. So by the age of 20, and after finishing my first year in school, I decided to take the opportunity and go into modeling full time.
So, what's actually now prompted you to become a model? What prompted you?
Well, I've been seeing, the way fashion brings life to the things that people do, identity, the way our culture is. We have tribes, and each tribes have their unique fashion. We have Yoruba, you have Fulani, you have Igbo people, and they have their own fashion trends. Yeah. So those things brings that thought of why does fashion have to be like this? Yeah. So and from small, right from time, I stand in front of my mirror and then I take my mom's clothes and do makeup and on my face by myself. Then my uncle was like, I'm going to put you in pageantry. I was like, I'm not doing pageantry, those kind of thing. As a youngster.
I've been to pageantry. I know to go to school like that.
So pageantry is like those Miss World, those beauty queens, and those platforms that they work on the runway and go global, from Universe to Miss World to Miss, Miss Grand.
Is it for men?
There is also for men. There is. There's Mr. Nigeria, Mr. Ideal. But you can try. Yeah, you can try. You can try. There's no harm in trying. And there was a recent competition that the guy was like, he won it. So people always look at me like, why didn't I go for pageantry? But I said, modeling as a runway.
There's a difference between pageantry and modeling.
There is a pageant model and there is runway, editorial, commercial, and those kind of models.
So tell me, make I bring book and buy because I also don't talk now.
Yeah, it's something interesting that people think pageantry is the same thing as runway models. No, pageantry models, they only work on platforms for competitions all over the country.
Okay.
But runway, you work for brands, bringing brands idea, like an aspiring designer wants to showcase and then she needs a model to just work for those moments. So you just working and then you get paid
for
just working for them. And then there's editorials that you just stand as a mannequin and take poses for the photographer to take good shots of you. And then there's also commercial where they're on TV, brands. TV. You take like drinks. I did a commercial for Anakin and Star Radler, and we just stand with the drink, and even you can just drink or might not drink, but just take poses, good shots at different angles. That's
so you are saying which one are specialized?
I'm a runway editorial and commercial fashion model. I'm not a pageant model.
Okay, and a pageant model. Me, I'm everything, bro. So anything you give me, I do, bro.
And I'm not saying I might not be a pageant model, but just for now.
For now, those are two for now.
Yes.
Okay, so I have a question. You were saying something about different tribe and all. So which of the tribe do you enjoy modeling? Like, you dress in different tribe. Which of the tribe dressing do you really enjoy modeling on?
Well, I think in my like a 5 years experience, I've been dressed in all attires, even to the Western, the modern, the European. Yeah, let me even put European. So I kind of diversify. I don't put interest in one specific outfit or brand or ethnic dressing. But so far, my culture, Yoruba, the way we dress, I like it. And we have different fabrics, different kind of ideas that people bring to patterns. I love the way Yoruba dresses.
Yoruba dresses very well.
Very well.
One babe. See that?
Always fabulous.
Yeah, honestly.
Yes.
So but when you knew you wanted to become a model, right? Why did you still push for university while or why didn't you just focus on modeling yourself and not say, okay, I'm a modeler? Forget about.
Oh, okay. That question, when I was like 19. When I was 19.
Okay, 19.
School, admission, as a youngster, you want to go to university, you want to go into that, different environment where people are going to school and you're saying, no, I'm a student of this faculty, that kind of achievement. Yes. So that was what was my mind. That was what was in my mind. Because I've been hearing about modeling, like I said earlier. I even got someone running towards me after coming out of a bank. And she was like, oh, I love your height. Can you become a model? And I was like, no, thank you. And she even gave me a complimentary card. But I was like, okay, I'm going to reach out to you
before you become a model?
Before I became a model. So I was like, I did not reach out to her because I knew what I wanted then. I wanted to get that academic stand. I wanted my stand to be good because it was not easy getting admission before I could get the admission. So I had to focus first on what I went to do. And after finishing the other level, I know that I was in a good standing. I was in a good standing. I had no issue with any lecturers or no course. And I was able to see that, okay, this part now is good. Let me venture into another part. And I don't know what I was going to do with modeling. First, it was just like a passion. I just sound like, oh, people have been saying I have a good eye. And I've loved myself as a fine, unique girl with this height and the features. So I just said, let me go into it.
Okay, so what you're saying in a sense is that you're actually schooling and also doing modeling partially.
Yes.
Before after school, you now went into modeling
full time.
So how were you managing schooling and modeling?
It was not easy. It wasn't. Because I told you I did it in second year. Because I finished my 100 level. 100 level was tough. So I was like, I cannot do anything aside school. I didn't even take any jobs. So 200 level, that was 2020. And there was also COVID period. So I went home. I was just at home. Then thinking about everything. COVID-19 happened. And they were just sitting down, not doing anything. So I was like, okay, school is on break. What am I doing aside schooling? So I was like, okay, let me see if modeling will work very well. So I told my boss and I was like, okay, I'm ready for anything.
Right.
Anything that you bring, I was saying yes. Opportunities, yes. Contract, yes. So that was how she said, okay, no problem. And told me, can I get a passport. I said, no problem. I got my passport. I told my dad. He was like, yeah, you can get a passport. So he gave me to get a passport. Yeah. And then she was like, my first contract came. I was like, wow, just like that. And then second contract came. I was like, oh, wow. And like, so this is how this thing works. But it was also tough juggling school later on.
Yeah.
Because when we resumed fully, I was not able to. I wanted to travel.
Able to manage schooling or manage modeling?
Manage modeling and schooling. I wanted to travel for work.
Yeah.
And then school session was going on. So I was like, what should I do? So I deferred a session to travel.
Okay, you deferred a session to travel?
Yes. So I deferred a year in my academic section. So my 300 level year was on deferment. Then I went to travel for 6 months and I came back and then resumed. So it was very tough. In 200 level, I realized it was very tough. So I had to like
defer your session?
do a break. Can you defer? And I share experiences that it was not easy deferring. My school was very, the record of deferment was not well placed. So I had to come back and start rearranging and reassessing, looking for people that would help me to make sure that the deferment was there and was done. So it was not easy.
I feel for you.
But I'm done now. So yes, I'm done. So and I finished so well.
I'm telling you the story that actually happened.
Yes, I'm glad all those things happened.
That step. You're glad you took that step.
I'm glad I made that decision. That I was going to defer. If not, I would have had like zero carryover all over my faculty profile, my portal rather.
Honestly. So how many countries have you been to model currently?
How many countries? So I've been to 3 major countries. Okay. 3, Italy. I've been to Paris, France. I've been to London in the UK. So that's the major market I have for now.
Oh.
Yes.
I mean, Lagos in Nigeria. No, I don't been to Lagos in Nigeria.
No, don't give us that. Don't pretend.
So, which of these countries did you really enjoy the most?
Well, for starter, I didn't know the market in all the country, but later on I realized that there are specific countries for the modeling job. So in Paris, there's more opportunities, more designers, more brands, and a lot of photographers. So it was very easy to get people to look at you and be like, oh, this guy is a model. Let me take a picture of you. Let me do this. So
in
Paris. So you can just be walking on the streets and somebody's like looking at you. Oh, can I take a picture of you? And then you see your picture on one person's post on Instagram.
Or magazine.
You just...
So they appreciate modeling more.
Yes, you just repost it and be like, oh, and you think maybe they paid you. No, it was just a free picture. Wow. But I enjoyed Paris for that. But my favorite is Italy. Italy was so calm and easy to get jobs.
In what way? What are you saying?
Especially if you have a good management.
Okay.
Because those ones, they can push you. And then how would I call it? Italy was very cool. There was no sufferness, there was easy access to movements. And then it was not expensive.
Oh, why do I feel like there is quicker exposure in Paris? Because
Paris is a big and a major brand where the major brands are. Like there are very big brands. You have the Fendi, you have Gucci, you have Louis Vuitton, those big brands. But in Italy, there are also big brands there. But it's just that models find Paris more competitive. So it's very, very... You'll be struggling to meet... And you want to see another model that like... In Paris, there are like almost 100 models at the same time. At the same month and at the same time. We go to casting and be like, there are tons of models. I'm like, God, how would they see me in this kind of place? But Italy too has that. But there's a moment that it is quiet, so you can get recognition. People will see and they'll be like, okay, I want that girl. I want that. Can I get this model? Is she available? And
they can point and key in Italy.
They will just check the agency's websites or the agency, the management sent the client that, okay, these are the models I have. So that way. But I was able to get more jobs in Italy than in Paris. Yes.
Me, I'll go to Paris. And then choose me. What's up? Okay, so modeling in Nigeria and outside Nigeria, which do you find favoring? What that was okay to you?
Okay. Aside work, right?
Aside
jobs coming.
aside jobs coming in.
Well, Nigeria has a very slow path. It was very hard because no, it's not like hard like that though. But it's not easy getting recognitions like that in Nigeria, except you're an Instagram influencer,
Okay.
or you've already made connections with and network with almost all the photographers in Lagos. Yeah, so
get
that
the
way
exposure.
you can get more people to recommend you for jobs and all. But I will prefer to travel to Europe for jobs. I prefer going outside Nigeria.
Outside Nigeria.
Yes, because it gives more highlights. Because once I'm coming back to Nigeria, I'll be like, oh, this guy's an international model.
Yeah,
so
of
she's
course.
not just a Nigerian
gives you a
based.
standard.
Yeah, so it gives you this high level of more recognition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when I was growing up, I'm always hearing parents saying, if they born you well, if you go do modeling, what do you model? What was? Let me born you be that. So I also understand something. Did they really pay? Is modeling really does the income? Is it really something that you can see?
When you are starting,
Okay.
when I say the beginning of a thing is not easy.
The
beginning
because it's not easy.
is not.
Yes.
Starting modeling was like you using your own money to invest in something that you're not even sure if you bring money back. So I was just doing it like, oh yes, I'm gonna just go and run and with passion. So you're putting it all into it. So my parents did not really agree to it, and funding my modeling career was not easy. So I was using my allowance, I was using every money I could get for myself to do it. Even to the extent I wanted to travel, and I borrowed money to travel. So it was not easy getting money
funds.
back from modeling. And sometimes clients might not pay you on time, then you have to start looking for other means of getting money back.
Wow.
Yes, so
So what are you
there's
saying now
money
that
in
there's
it
money
at the end after
on the long
a
run.
long time. But in the beginning, you have to just invest. When I say investment, and then you get a return later. Yes.
So now you could have patience. Not everybody should get that
Yes,
kind of patience.
so
when
you
talk
can't
about-
run fast and be expecting quick. It's patience.
In the long run, once you don't eat the sauce like this, steady income.
Yeah.
I go send you give person contact, my top model. No see my hand. I get it.
That's for want to do body.
Okay,
body.
men now when they're big.
Yes.
Ladies now when they
There there are also slim men, no, but they mostly in Nigeria. They want those builds men.
don't know the problem. Our drugs now.
Okay.
I playing. Just give me 2 weeks. You will see me in that Italy and Paris where you say you go.
Okay,
As
I'm
much
waiting
as
for
them.
you.
Okay, so I said, have you really made money in it? And I said it's for on a long run, right?
Yeah.
You make money from it on a long run
Yeah.
after a certain amount of investment. So how are you sure that your modeling agent from the beginning was actually legitimate? Because I found out that many people that are inspired to become a model they're always looking into this insecurity of getting scammed. You understand? A fraudster, many of them just set back because I know someone that was like, how to become a model, and because she was not too sure about the agent.
Yeah.
How do they know carry money wrong? They know kidnap me, go in for money ritual and all. So how were you sure about your own agent?
So my agency.
Yeah.
Well, I was always looking out for this when I'm like doing time I wanted to go into modeling,
Yeah.
because I've heard of my parents usually say, oh, modeling is all this when they will exploit you, they will just use you
Yes,
and
that's what I'm saying.
you just be wasting your life.
Honestly.
And all. So I was like being careful. But later along the line, there was a friend of mine
Yeah.
who told me that she has an agency.
Okay.
So she scouted me at a supermarket,
Mm.
and told me that she has an agency, that an agency is at Ogba, if I can follow her.
Okay.
So and I went the next time. She took my picture at that moment and sent it to my boss. So I followed her the following week, and then to see the agency, I went with my friend also. another friend of mine.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to go with my siblings because I didn't tell them about it yet. So I went with my friend.
Yeah, mine do. I do it too.
So I took that risk of going
Yeah.
with my male friend. And when we got there, I heard a lot. I saw contract. I was reading the contract like this. I was like, are you serious? All these things I had no idea about. So I was like, okay, can I take this contract home?
Mm.
So I took it. But I was not able to also read. So I was like, okay. I just signed it like that.
So, why?
I
It
was
was
like-
much or what?
It was not much, but it was like something when you are like want to go into this thing, you want to go
Okay,
in. So
zeal,
I
yeah,
did
yeah,
not
yeah, the passion.
look at all the packaging.
Okay,
So I
yeah.
was like, I'm putting it, I'm trusting them. So I just signed it. But later on, I started asking questions.
Hmm.
That okay, what is the deal for this contract? How long is it for? And what is the payments method like? Am I getting my full money? I said no. Agency management has to get like a cut.
Just like music industry.
Yes. So
Yeah.
they get like a cut and then you get the remaining money from it. Because they're the one helping you to source for
Yeah,
jobs
yeah,
and
yeah.
also they're doing some work for you too.
Yeah.
So I had to just put my trust in them. And at the end of the time, I'm still with them. The same agency from
Wow.
since I started. So I kind of like, they helped me work well. They pushed my career.
So in
So-
essence, if you see a better agency, will you leave
If
the
I
current?
see a better agency, I'll have to check.
Check what?
I have to check the things that I saw in this agency if they have it.
Compare.
Yes.
So that's I said a better agency. That means
Okay,
definitely.
that means okay, better. Yeah, we go.
You go.
Something better is I'll go.
This current agency, how many years have you been with them?
I've been with them for like 5 years.
And you just go like that.
No, I'm not just go like that. They probably know that okay, I'm like I said, I'm thinking of going into pageantry.
Oh, yeah, you said so.
So if there is an agency that also works for pageantry,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure if my agency deals with pageantry,
Okay.
So-
Okay. I understand your
but
point.
for now I'm enjoying
Your current
being with
agency.
them, and people have heard the idea of me changing agency and looking for a better one. But looking for is I have to start looking out for things. So but
But if
and
they come to you,
if they come to me, I'll have to check
yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
if they are really what they say
No,
they
no,
are.
share code. Once it's good, it's good. And Mia.
You know, there's some things that are too good to be true.
Yeah, facts. And there should I say that instruction, their rules might be too complicated.
Too complicated because
Yeah.
so far, and I've had quarrels with my management. Not like everything's always so easy. I know I've had
Yeah.
quarrels with them that I was always angry with her. I know, but she still sees the potentials and to
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, you can't just stop now. You can't just be doing anything anyhow. Let's see what you can do for the next 1 year, for the next 2 years. Even that sometimes you just come in, can you cut your hair? Can you do this? And I'll be like, why? So let's try a new look. And
Yeah, right.
so she brings idea to work, to do my work better, to make my work better.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's support. She's also supporting you. She's
Yes,
not just an
support.
agency.
Yeah, she has
Very
a very good stand.
Very nice. They find agency too like this. Yeah.
Agency.
Yes. I want Janina. So you know there is sex for grade in university. That means that's what I mean by sex for grade in university. There is sex for a role in movie. Is there something like that in modeling industry?
Well, like you said,
Yeah.
there's sex for grade.
Yeah.
There's sex for roles.
Yeah.
Even in music industries.
Yes, there is sex.
So modeling industry might not be left out.
Right.
And in the human world, we put pleasure
Yes.
as also like a priority too.
Yes,
So
yes.
if you find pleasure in doing something, so the people will bring you and be like, oh, can you do this to do this?
Yes.
So, but I've not experienced
Okay,
that.
they've not
before.
tabled it to you before.
They've not brought it to my table
Okay,
before.
okay.
But I've heard of a lot of people telling me, oh, somebody said, oh, if you want to do this, you have to come to a specific place and spend the night there.
Yeah, yeah.
Or you just come and then you host them for the meantime,
Meantime.
like, and then they will give you the platform. So, but it has not happened to me before.
Okay. So what about if it happened to you? Will you go for the role?
Why would I go for the role? I can't.
Even though it's something that will take you to a standard, maybe say people
Well, I've come to this standard and to this
without
place without that. So
that's a good point.
I'm graced
Yeah, great.
by God. Yes. So I can't do any of that.
Even with the recent Range Rover.
Even with the recent Lambo, I can't. Or Tesla.
Bro.
Because no, funny thing is, people come to me and tell me, oh, would you like to come over? And then after, like, at the job, you're doing work, and the person like, oh, you look so fine. Can I get your number? Can you come over for night? And I'm like, no. Why am I coming for? It's not as if this was the job you called me for. So I put I tell them, set boundaries. So once you set boundaries, you know what you're doing.
So if I don't do this industry, if I don't make out by now, if I don't go over now, bro, come back with bags of money. You understand?
Yeah, I know you're a guy.
I'm a guy.
Yeah.
Straight shine. But of course, the ladies will do this for a guy too in your industry now.
Oh, they are.
Because I think most things in life now is vice versa. Once it's happening on this part of the...
Even there are like gays in
yes.
There's some people that are like, oh, a man will come
I feel every man in that model in a gays. I feel every man in model in a gays.
Not every man. That's straight men. So yeah. That's straight men. No, it's just probably like a lifestyle. For the modeling career.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're very right about that. So I know you modelers who waka people. Now they stay one particular place. So my question is, how will you manage modeling a relationship?
Oh my God, that one. Modeling a relationship.
Yeah.
I have done it. I've tried it. I'm not even like probably why I'm single now, but it might not be the reason.
Okay.
But juggling modeling and relationship was not easy because the person I was with understood I was a model. But then my body is too slim, and there's some guys that likes flesh.
Like me.
So it was not easy trying to please the guy. Like, look at you now, you're slim. And other models, there's some models that are big, plus size.
Serious? But they're not much.
They're not much.
I've not seen a model that's big.
There are not many outside. But the major focus was slim and, very tiny or size 8. So the relationship I was like, we started well. Then we started like, there are other models that are size 12.
Yes.
Kind of, add flesh. And I'm like, but we started on a long one. Now why is I looking at this part? Then also time. We go for jobs, and then I'll be like, I can't take calls because sometimes they'll take our phones. They'll be like, you can't use your phones.
You
and then we put the phones in the locker. So, but it was not easy. It was not easy trying to make time for the person you are with. I was with. So I tried my best. I tried. Yeah. I tried, but it was not easy.
Work out.
Yeah, it didn't just work out.
So do you think every man might think similar to...
No. This is not every man. I had friends that they were like, they would love to date models. No, I was like, why? Said because they like the way the career is. Because how can you think of just becoming a model?
Yeah.
You have to first watch your weight. You have to take care of your skin. I spend a lot of money on my skin and then on my hygiene. So they look at the way the person brings herself out. They carry yourself. So there are people that love models. And they'll be like, I want to be in a relationship with you. Why? Because you're a model. So I was like, no. And sometimes people look at you like, because of your body, you want to be a model. I'm like, what if I get fat at the end of the time? So relationship and modeling, sometimes it comes with insecurities and all. So
it should. Because you're always far.
Yeah, and then you're with many people.
Yes.
So it's trust issue. If there's,
you can't date the jealous guy.
Exactly. You can't just be with some anyhow person. You have to understand yourself and come to that agreement that this is me and this is what I'm doing on the long run.
That's true. That comes to my next question. Is slimness a major criteria for a modeler? Because I don't know, most people I see that always.
Well, the market is mostly for slim.
Why? Because will spoil the.
No. Like let's put an example. Like I don't know if you know a mannequin. Is there a fat mannequin? Yes, but it's not plenty.
It's not plenty.
So the criteria for modeling is majorly a size.
Okay. Tiny
and slim. Your body size must not be too big, but there are also plus size models.
Yes.
Because Nigeria, I've seen many. And even in Europe, I've seen many.
They chop now.
I've seen many. No, designers majorly put their work for the consumers. So they look at who will make the clothes much
okay,
better,
okay.
look good. So they look at the sizes.
Yeah, that's a very good point. It's true because so you as a model now, you're like replacing a mannequin. So because
But I'm not a mannequin.
yeah,
Let's just say that,
yeah,
yes.
because they put the clothes that
Yes, that they've
designed
been
in a
made.
mannequin. So you guys will now style it.
Yes, so we bring life to the clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like instead of you just putting on a mannequin and looking like
Yes,
that.
yes,
So
yes,
we bring
yes.
life
When you
to
walk-
all
when you
angles,
walk,
all
yeah,
sides
yeah,
of
yeah. Wow.
parts. Yeah,
Interesting. Mannequin.
but I'm not a mannequin.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
a mannequin. That's a mannequin.
I'm sure not a mannequin.
Mannequin and Mona just look alike.
No,
Oh,
no, that's it. I'm not a mannequin. That's my real.
Okay, a mannequin.
I'm a
agree with you.
model.
Okay, so when you started modeling, what was your parents saying about it? Did they encourage you? Were they like modeling? Who's about really go first talk? You're going modeling bow.
Okay, so it was not easy getting the approval.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
believe it.
It was not easy. My mom's always agreeing with me most times.
Mom's always agreeing with
Yeah,
us.
so they'll be like, okay, you know what you want to do? I'm like, yes, I know. But my dad was the strict person in it. It was like, no, you can't do this. I'll come back home from a job and I have to like sneak inside. No,
You
so
go sneak,
so you will not know where I'm coming from. But
Yeah.
one time he caught me with I was still wearing my makeup.
Yeah.
Then I was coming from on the road and it was just dropping off.
Mhm.
And I was like, we just met. Where am I coming from? I'm like, sir, I went for a job at the Highland and I was like, and you did not tell me. I said, I knew you were not going to let me go. So like, he was not liking it. Then when I told him I wanted to travel, it was not easy. Then I had to fast and pray. I had to, pray to God,
Yeah,
meet
yeah.
a lot of guidance, and they were like, you still have to tell him. Whatever it is, you have to tell him. You cannot just go out
You
of the
can't just
country
go
and then
without
not tell
telling
your
your
father. And I was like, okay. So I told him. So he partially agreed. And was like, if you know what you're doing, no problem. Then when I came back and there was not like a result to show for it, was not very angry and cranky, and he began mentioning that, if not that, you went for this, you would have done this, and I decided, so I was like back to doing the same, the same level I was. So and my friends are already graduated.
Yes.
So I was like, it was just nagging on that you could have just finished and then decide to do. So I was just taking everything, taking it all to myself. So I know you are going to be pained because you spend your money on me. And you've also told me that, okay, I have to finish school. And he's a man of academic. He likes school. Even now, he's telling me I have to go into my master's, look for what So, but I'm telling him now, after my day, I'll still do it. I'll still do it. But career is also important too.
Very important.
So my parents, my mom was on it from beginning. But my dad, he later agreed and, we came to an agreement. I was doing a deal like, okay, when I come back, I'll finish my school. After that, I will do my NYC. After that, I'll come and do my master's. So I was like, okay. So my first reason was my dad. Everything I do, my dad. Yeah.
Okay, so Abibat, this is your modeling name, right?
Yes.
So can you give an advice to ladies or guys that are schooling or not even schooling, those are planning on becoming a model? Because I know many ladies, the first thing that comes to their mind, career is model. And after a month, you ask them, what's up with the modeling?
So they can't start, they can't continue.
You get so many excuses. So what's your advice?
See, what would I say? It starts with passion. Once you have some passion for something, then you now have to fuel that passion consistently. So there are times when I be like, I need to look for other things to do. I want to look for another work. Maybe 9 to 12, or I say 9 to 12, 6 to 9 or 5 to 9 jobs, and I come back home, or I find a business and start. I've started some businesses, like I've ventured into business, but I will just tell the people out there that modeling is a part. So if you are going into it, look for what you want to do. If you are going to be a runway, an editorial, it's not easy. And then you have to look for a good management.
Very important.
And be consistent. Forget about looking for quick money
Yeah.
Don't look, you can do other things that will bring money and use that money to invest in your modeling career.
Yeah.
But also find happiness in what you're doing.
Yeah.
I enjoyed modeling right from when I started, and I'm still enjoying it till now. So I've been opportune to work several runways. I even did my recent my runway debut in Milan Fashion Week this year. So it's more of like when you find happiness in doing something,
yeah.
you continue doing it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Aspirant modelers.
Don't look for quick money.
Don't look for
in
quick money.
Just find happiness in it.
Happiness is everything. Happiness. So, guys, it was a very interesting session with Abibat,
Thank you.
an international model, and I'm sure you have gotten some insightful information from being a model, before a model, after a model, in the country, and out model outside the country. So, see you on our next episode. I'll bring you someone interesting now. And don't forget to subscribe, because the next one is gonna be light.
So guys, please go to my Instagram page and also follow Mr. Polan Instagram and every social media handle, and share, please. You don't know who you can help by sharing this video. So thank you.